way you'll know who belongs there and who doesn't. And watch and talk to each other. That's the way. If you can't do a big group, break it down to 2 to 3 neighbors on each side of you, watching everybody's property. And we found it real helpful in my neighborhood in the city. That's the way we do it. I mean, I've got 4 people immediate to me because I live next to one town. They hadn't stolen any more of my stuff. I'm just waiting for them to do. And your question, you've got to be in reasonable fear of your life. I mean, you've got the right to protect your property, and if you read the penal code, it's different for neighbors.
Attention to your neighbors. In and out, up and down the roads and that kind of stuff. I have the same vehicles at my house every day. And whenever that, you know, if something strange is sitting there, of course everybody around me is watching my place just like I'm watching theirs. And just pay attention. If you see something weird, or if you have your neighbor, know their phone number, call them on the phone.
And I know at night it's a big deal. And, you know, but if it's something that we need to put together, and I'm not talking about any kind of vigilante force or anything, but if we need to put something together that would help you do your job in specific areas, I think that's what we need to do.
First of all, let me tell you, Vicki and Belinda, y'all need to be commended for bringing such a good large group. If you two can continue to do this and set up an Everwatch program, it will be successful. More people than not don't have that information. And on that one particular place, we're at a dead end on that because of that. So
when you buy something new, write it down.
Write it down.
Right down.
We caught a major thief over here in this on the 105 portal. So hopefully that might have slowed it down a little bit. Led us to a chop shop.
Okay, Mr. Hayden, since we
listening to some of y'all tonight kind of concerns me a little bit. Okay, me and my guys, we go out. We don't tell everybody what we're doing. We don't tell the general public what we're doing, especially if we're doing an operation. Okay, and if I'm set up at the end of the street and a burglary happens at her house that's 2 houses down, okay, I may roll up in there and not have time to put my vest on or anything else. And y'all are talking about the confront with a gun. My response if I'm confronted with a weapon is going to be fatal, okay? And it's sad because it worries me about sending my guys out doing night operations or afternoon operations to a location to where it seems like everybody wants to shoot somebody. And I don't want to get my guys hurt. And, you know, we're doing operations out here. We're doing them in Willis, the Woodlands. You know, we're out day and night. And I want to protect my guys, but we're always not in a uniform. You know, we may be at the end of your street fixing to do a buy on a load of 4-wheelers, and we get rolled up and jacked by, you know, some guys in a pickup who's had their stuff stolen.
Mr. Hayden, my question's for you. Since we all know, everyone here knows where the root of the trouble is. It's in the back of that neighborhood off Highline. Kevin and I have been out there, John and I have been out there. We know where they're stashing this stuff. We catch glimpses of them running it back and forth. We bring it to airplanes.
Airplanes in Florida.
Well, and we search the area. If y'all will call in, if you see, I'll be glad. I'll get with Rowdy after this. We can do a joint operation. I have 4-wheelers at my office. We'll get back there and ride the place. We'll go.
Department. We do work with Rowdy and everything, and I work patrol, so I'm not coming from a specialized area such as the guys from Automotive Task Force detectives and such. In the area that you're talking about, okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on that we see for patrol, as well as the guys that work behind the scenes to do the investigation, right? And what I mean by that is we are in that neighborhood all the time. Not necessarily for the crimes that you're talking about, but for other crimes such as family violence and stuff like that. And we have it on good information from informants and stuff that the gang activity in that neighborhood is starting to change and sway a little bit. Okay, that neighborhood has been a Latin King neighborhood for a while, and informants are telling us that there's so much heat in that neighborhood, Latin Kings are starting to pull out. Okay, they're not wanting to run their businesses because we're there so much. And because people are there finding stuff in the woods, we're there on a family violence, And next thing you know, it turns into a burglar motor vehicle or a theft motor vehicle because we find stuff while we're running and investigating a totally different crime. So it's behind the scenes that you guys may not know about, but there is a lot going on over there. We're doing a lot to clean up over there, and not just over there, but in the whole general area. Someone earlier talked about they wanted to file a report, and the report wasn't taken. All right, and let me just explain the criminal process for you. Okay, a lot of times if you're wanting to give us information, you talk to us on the phone. We may not see you in person if you deem it's not necessary for us to come out. But every single time you call the sheriff's department, whether it's to talk to a sheriff, a constable, a detective, or whoever, okay, a call is generated by that address or that phone number. It's a permanent record. Whenever you talk to the dispatcher, everything you tell the dispatcher, the information that's coming to us, becomes a permanent record. Whenever you talk to that deputy, or that deputy constable, he's going to add notes in his computer system. It then becomes a permanent record. So there is a report being filed, even if you only talk to us on the phone. There is information that we're tracking to know areas of hot concerns and stuff like that. With that being said, there's also a lot of crime that people don't call us about. Okay? And those are the crimes where you think that they can't help me, I don't have my information, there's no need wasting their time, I'm not going to report it. Okay? If you feel that way, okay, but still call us. Let us at least document that electronically so that we can keep stats and we can understand, hey, this area is starting to get hit a lot. We may not know about it, but it's being hit a lot. Does that make sense? Okay. Something else I'd like to touch on is the criminal procedure. All right, somebody asked about right next door, this happened, and nothing's going on. Okay. Let me explain that although we might come out, we may conduct an investigation right there at that night, and we may not make an arrest. Okay, that does not mean that the investigation is done. That does not mean that that person is walking scot-free. That means that we are conducting an investigation. All right.
I'm just scared now because I see them.
Something out of place, Colin. What he was referring to on your cases was,
All right. District 1 composes everything from the lake east, everything from Santa County west, everything from the county line up north, all the way down to almost 242. Okay, that's District 1. It encompasses the cities of Grangeland, Willis, Cut and Shoot, the city of Conroe, and all of the surrounding areas as well. You have basically population that we serve, not counting municipalities, is about 52,051 people. That's the population that we serve. All right. With that, we have 23 deputies to serve that population in the District 1 Sheriff's Department. I'm not talking for the constables. I'm not talking for the other.
Square miles.
Square miles, I don't have square mileage. It's been rumored 500, but I don't know. I'd have to get out a protractor and try to figure out how the line goes and everything. Okay, you've got 23 deputies that service that area from the Sheriff's Department. Those 23 deputies are broken down into 4 shifts, 4 12-hour shifts. So you have 5 to 6 people per shift when they're fully staffed. Okay, that's not counting anybody that's out on vacations, sick leave, or out for training, which we go to a lot. All right. So to put that into perspective for you, I got some numbers from the Bureau of Justice Statistics. For a population size that we are here, we should be about 1.8 officers per 1,000 people. That's the statistics for statewide, they say. The Sheriff's Department is currently staffed at 0.44, so we do need help. We need your help because right now we're about 1 for every. I mean, we need 4 more deputies per 1,000 to meet the national per capita.
So that would be 20 more deputies, 4 more per 1,000?
No, that would be that'd be 4 times what we have now.
Yeah. So you need like 93.
Like 80 to
100.
Yeah, round out about 100. So, but that's Sheriff's Department. Now, you also are being serviced by the Constables Departments, by municipalities. They're taking tickets. Okay, they respond to family violence and help us. All right. The cities, they go outside of their cities in some places and help us. We go into the cities and help them. It's a team effort. We help each other, and we need y'all's help to make it work. And that's what I'm saying. Your idea for community watch is very important because we need your eyes. Because my eyes, I don't see 1,000 people that I represent, or actually the 2,000 because it's 0.44. So I don't see the 2,000 people per day that I represent. I need your eyes to help me and call me when there's something going on so that we can go out and help you prevent the crime.
Yeah, but that's where everything got misconstrued. It had nothing. It was 2 totally different things, and everybody was thinking it was all related to the sewer.
That was all it was based on.
Exactly.
We need more, and we need more patrol officers. And we need to focus on that neighborhood.
Okay, first of all, sir, your name?
Richard Mills.
Richard, what area do you live in?
1484 and Browder Trailer Road.
Tell me, over the years, how much problem you've had up there, and what kind of issues you've had?
Well, we've been broke into twice. We've lost 3 Polaris razors, numerous work tools, shop tools, valuables from inside the house over the course of 2 different robberies. No vandalism to speak of, but they're taking the tin off of our building, coming in at night, getting what they can get, and getting gone before anybody can get out there to help out.
Dollar-wise, what are we looking at?
About $60,000 between two robberies.
Have you ever seen them, been able to identify them, anything like that? Or?
We were able to identify 2 men. We got an anonymous phone call after we posted a reward for our stuff. Got a phone call, we're given names, we turn that over to law enforcement, and that's kind of where it's at this point.
The razors, the 4-wheelers, right?
Yes, sir. Polaris razors, these 2 right here.
How long ago were those stolen?
Those were stolen right at June 1st.
What kind of value on each one of those? I mean, you look at a trailer empty. Was the trailer also?
No, I mean, this one was roughly about $16,000. This one, after everything done to it, about $22,000. And then we had another one identical to this stolen from our garage during the middle of the day as well.
The wedding dress, will I hang it up on the drop ceiling? Guess what happened?
As long as I've lived there.
David Steen?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just know.
Yeah.
I mean, my cows have been in his pasture before, and I've met him myself, but I've never met him.
Double check your VIN numbers and make sure you had them, and if not, give Deputy Burton a call.
I will. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, first of all, name?
Rowdy Hayden, Constable, Precinct 4.
Rowdy, tell me a little bit about this meeting tonight. What kind of issues are you, both in your precinct, sheriff's office area, and everything else out here?
Well, we're in the city of a cut and shoot where they've had a town hall meeting tonight to some concerned citizens got together. They're having an outbreak of crimes recently, mainly thefts of 4-wheelers, several home burglaries, and they came together tonight to discuss it and talk about a crime prevention program where the neighbors can get together and keep a better eye out for law enforcement, help us try to capture these people.
What do you attribute to the spike in this? I mean, there's been a lot of 4-wheelers, a lot of heavy equipment, a lot of everything stolen up lately.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a spike or if it's just a steady thing that's happening.
What do you got? You've got quite a bit of stuff in your area. Tell me a little bit. You've got a lot recovered that you can't even find owners to, and for what reason? Kind of repeat and just run through the whole thing.
Well, we have, we're over in the cut and shoot area. We have recovered some miscellaneous property, hand tools, generators, air compressors, things of that nature, things that people did not keep track of their serial numbers. So we have those items. We encourage people that has been burglarized or had those type of items stolen from them to contact the Precinct 4 Constable's office. They can come out and they can give us a description of those items and hopefully identify them, and maybe we can return some of their property back to them.
What kind of patrols do y'all handle in this area?
This area actually has 3 different precincts come together over in this area. So part of the cut and shoot area will be in Precinct 4, the security area, and then you'll have the Waukegan area that may be in Precinct 1. Precinct 2 actually comes up into this area. So you have 3 different constables' office as well as the sheriff's department that is taking care of calls in this area.
But what do they ask you? Just basically step up patrols up here? Or what do people want out? What are they trying to get with you?
They're wanting just to make law enforcement aware of what's going on and the problems they've been having. Several citizens here had pictures of their items that were stolen. Several of them, have already made reports with serial numbers and gotten their property back.
Okay, first of all, your name?
Theresa Hill.
Theresa, spell your first name.
Teresa.
And Hill?
Yes.
Just tell me, you lived out in this area. Tell me a little bit about it, what's happened to you.
I moved out here in '95, and it was great, wonderful. In 2007, I think I was robbed the first time. And in 2008, they came back within a week 5 times and robbed me. Precinct 2, Montgomery County Sheriff's Department, and Precinct 4 recovered some of my stolen goods, but they were still damaged and pretty expensive. It's been a liability, no doubt, and then my business is right down the road, and I was hit on March. We've been hit twice since March.
What kind of items have they been taking? A little bit of everything? Electronics? What do they mean?
Yeah, well, definitely they take the 4-wheelers because they use that to haul all of their equipment out when they're going somewhere. I mean, that's the item of choice. I mean, but tools, any kind of, welding equipment. I have a fab shop, a manufacturing shop, many tools. A lot of things people don't label. A lot of people don't think to label. Each hand tool that you have that might be $20 a piece, but by the time they add up, it's a pretty hefty load.